Whilst it might sound a little bit trivial, coming up with the name of your brand new website is one of the most important aspects of starting a blog. It can make the difference between being able to pivot later on and having a successful website to having an absolute car crash of a website, which you question your sanity as to why you've started. Much like this YouTube video. Where exactly can you find domain names from, and what exactly should you call your website? Let's jump into it. How to name your blog. So before we go into where to actually find domain names, we need to come up with a couple of parameters as to what is a good domain name. Names are incredibly important, and I'm not just saying that because my name is Fahed Nikas and it gets pronounced horribly long and butchered by literally thousands of people. It's not that hard, guys. It doesn't have that many syllables. In all seriousness though, one of the things I'm learning as a blogger is that change is consistent here. Google algorithm updates, your own post's individual relevance, your interest in the topic, heck, your hairlines, all these things change in your process as a blogger. With this much change then, one of the best things you can do, in my humble opinion, is not to pigeonhole the name of your website and make sure that your niche is a little bit broader than you might have anticipated. So what the heck does that all mean? Well, let's give you a little bit of a patented Fahed example. Let's say for argument's sake that you set up a website all around BMWs, you write 30 posts on it and then you get burnt out, or maybe those 30 posts don't bring you as much traffic as you would have originally anticipated. If then you called your website bmwfangirl.com, I don't know why I thought of that one, that would have prevented you from writing posts around Mercedes, Audis, Ferraris, you lucky ballers you, which might have been lower competition, made it easier for you to rank for and brought in more traffic overall. Instead then having a blog title like carballer.com where you can niche up and out into different subsections would have probably been more beneficial. Now, whilst I have genuinely no proof of this, I think that this would have also helped with authority in Google's eyes there as well. For example, if your website was called carballer.com, might see your website as having authority over all things in the car industry as opposed to just BMWs. The good thing about this strategy is you can expand further and further. So for example, if you decide that your website doesn't just want to be about cars, but jets, boats, any of those kinds of things, you could call it something completely different, like Vehicle Master or something like that, basically. Where to find domain names. So where exactly do we find the perfect domain names for us to go after? Thankfully, there are a few good options, both online and offline, that you can use to really nail the name of your blog. Option 1, brainstorming. Sometimes the old methods really are the best. Start then by coming up with the root word, the root niche that your website will be about, and then come up with 10 to 15 sub-niches or words that best describe that individual niche. For example, if you've got a website all around ponds, then the keywords that would come to mind would be things like fish, aquatic, backyard, ponds. I would then add a power word to give some authority to the name of your website. Words like school, academy, trader, boss, something powerful like that. I find that adding some alliteration also works pretty well for this. For the pond site then, you could call it something like Pond Pro, Backyard Behemoth. Those would work quite well. Then just search this on any reputable domain retailer like GoDaddy, Bluehost, any of those, and see if it's available. Option 2 is lean domain search. Now, sometimes, try as you might, the names you're thinking of for your website are just completely taken. If this is the case and you're really struggling to come up with alternatives, then a website I would definitely recommend you check out is leandomainsearch.com. It's super simple to use. Just enter the main niche or keyword that you're targeting with this website, and it will give you hopefully hundreds of variations of website name ideas that haven't been taken, with the ability to purchase right there and then on the spot. You can then filter this down by popularity, length, and a couple of other factors there as well. Now, choosing a domain name is only one part of the hard journey of starting a blog. So if you're at the beginning of your journey, one of the things that I would recommend that I've actually personally used is Income School's Project 24. It's taught me literally everything I want to know about blogging, and I really think it's going to help speed up my chances of success. There's an affiliate link in the description box down below if you're interested, so feel free to check it out. Format your domain name. So the methods I've showed you above should give you a decent chance of finding a fantastic name for your website, but there are still a couple of best practices that you need to follow. First, ensure that the domain you choose is a .com domain and not a .net, .co.uk, or any of those other prefixes there. Doing so could potentially limit your website in Google's eyes and only allow them to bring traffic directly to your website from certain geographies. For example, using the .co.uk prefix could mean that you only get traffic from the UK, for example. Secondly, we touched upon this a little bit earlier on, but try to use power words in your domain, which will help give a sense of authority and stand out in the reader's mind when they're looking at search results. Words then like geek, expert, school, power, pro, any of those kinds of authority words tend to work very, very well. Finally, try to break up the visual line of your domain. So what do I mean by that? Well, using letters like H, K, and B will actually break up the line in your domain name, catching your reader's eye, hopefully increasing the number of clicks and the number of page views directly to your website compared to your competitors. Now, all these tips and tricks might only give you 1 to 2% extra page views per month than your competitors. However, if we do this on scale, we know that 1 to 2% will make a massive difference when your website hopefully starts getting massive amounts of page views. Blogging family, leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts and if there are any other fantastic methods of choosing the perfect website name. As always, if you're interested in more videos around business, side hustles, personal development, and of course blogging, absolutely smash the like and subscribe buttons. It really does help out the channel. As always, I'm wishing you the best of luck with your blogs, the most amount of page views, the highest earnings, and until the next one, I'll leave you to it. All the best for now. Bye.